Your safety, the safety of your fellow workers, and the safety of the driving public will depend on whether you execute your flagging duties properly. You're in contact with the public, and your attitude directly affects the public's perception of operations. This tape was developed as an aid in preparing you to be flaggers. If you ever have any questions on flagging operations, never hesitate to ask your supervisor, because a flagger's responsibilities are of primary importance in maintaining safety in the work zone. Your first responsibility as a flagger is to have the proper clothing and equipment in good condition. Improper equipment reduces the driver's ability to interpret your instructions. Neat dress and appearance also help you gain the driver's respect, making your job that much easier. Your clothes should include an orange vest with an orange hat or whatever is required by your agency. Your clothing should make you more visible to traffic and make you stand out from the other workers. It's also a good idea to carry an air horn or whistle to alert your co-workers if a vehicle appears likely to penetrate the work area. Safety rules and regulations on flagging vary from one road authority to another, and your supervisor will inform you of any specific requirements for your area. The primary traffic control device used by flaggers is the Stop Slow reflectorized paddle sign, which is octagon-shaped, at least 18 by 18 inches, attached to a staff approximately 5 feet tall. Because drivers are sometimes not alert, fatigued, preoccupied, or impaired, you must remain alert at all times and stay on your feet, facing oncoming traffic. Always stand alone in a highly visible location, away from other workers and work vehicles. However, never stand directly in the path of an approaching vehicle. First, be sure that the flagger ahead sign is properly in place. Next, use your equipment properly. Generally, flagging operations require 3 basic skills: stopping, releasing, and slowing traffic. To stop traffic, stand on the shoulder of the roadway with the stop sign erect and away from your body. Look directly at the approaching traffic and raise your free hand with the palm exposed to the approaching driver. After you have stopped the first vehicle, walk out to the center of the roadway so additional approaching traffic can see the stop paddle. Remember, never stand in the path of oncoming traffic. After traffic is stopped, there are 2 ways to release traffic. The first way is to release traffic into the left lane, and the second way is to release traffic into the right lane. To release traffic into the left lane, remain standing in the closed lane, turn the slow side of the sign to face the vehicles, and with your free arm, signal the drivers to proceed in the left lane. Never wave the sign. After all the vehicles have passed, return to your original position on the shoulder to wait for the next vehicle. Now, the second way to release traffic is into the right lane. After you've stopped the traffic and are standing near the center line, return to your position on the shoulder. Display the slow sign to the driver and, with your free arm, motion the driver to proceed. In some cases, it may not be necessary to completely stop traffic, but only slow it down. In these cases, always stand on the shoulder of the road, display the slow paddle to oncoming traffic, and use your free arm to motion traffic to slow down. Remember, never stand in the path of oncoming traffic. These 3 basic skills are the only actions you need to know for a successful flagging operation. Situations will vary, and how you apply these skills will differ from project to project. This second part will cover some typical situations a flagger may face. However, before starting any of these operations, advance warning signs should be set up before the flagger actually starts controlling traffic. These signs tell the driver that you're controlling traffic up ahead. Without these advance warning signs, the driver does not expect you to be on the roadway. Once the advance warning signs are in place, you may begin flagging. The first situation that requires a flagging operation is that of an advance flagger who is placed well ahead of the work area. As an advance flagger, you should stop each vehicle and advise the driver of the situation ahead and any appropriate action required. Always be alert, considerate, and avoid any unnecessary conversation. The second situation is a one-flagger operation. Sometimes it may be acceptable to use only one flagger to control traffic on a two-lane road. A one-flagger operation should only be used on a low-volume, low-speed roadway with good visibility at the work site. The work area should also be relatively short. In a one-flagger operation, the flagger stands on the shoulder opposite from the work area. The flagger should stand in a position visible to traffic approaching from either direction. In this position, the flagger can assign right-of-way with the sign paddle. The third situation, probably the most common, is the two-flagger operation. In these cases, one flagger is always in charge to coordinate the operation. When two flaggers are used, they must always be able to communicate with one another. This can be done with two-way radios, flag carrying, or sight method, where both flaggers must have visual contact. The first flagger releases traffic and displays the slow paddle, while the second flagger stops and holds traffic until an all clear is received from the first flagger. This allows the second flagger to release the stop traffic. In this example, the flag carrying method of communication is used. The first flagger hands a flag to the last car he allows to go through. When that driver reaches the second flagger, he hands him the flag. Having received the all clear, the flagger can now allow traffic to flow safely in the opposite direction. This operation is very simple. However, communication between flaggers is imperative, and the flagger must be assured that the driver of the last vehicle will pass the flag to the other flagger. The fourth situation presented is nighttime flagging operations. These procedures are generally the same as daytime, except for some equipment changes. A flashlight with glow cone, a retroreflectorized vest, and a retroreflectorized stop-slow paddle are required for nighttime flagging operations. The flagger station should be illuminated by auxiliary lighting. The more visible you are, the easier it is for the driver to see you and to follow your instructions. To stop an approaching vehicle, stand on the shoulder, holding the stop paddle away from your body. Do not stand in the traveled lane. Wave your flashlight or lantern back and forth in front of your body by holding the sign paddle in the usual manner. To release traffic, use the same procedures that you use during daylight hours. Do not wave the flashlight. This might confuse the drivers. The fifth situation involves only one flagger restricting only one direction of traffic. An example of this is in an area where trucks are loading and unloading and are partially blocking the lane. The flagger stops traffic in the usual manner. Once the work has been completed and the way is clear, the flagger releases traffic. When releasing traffic on a two-lane highway, where traffic is stopped temporarily only in one lane, such as for loading or unloading operations, the sign standard should be turned a quarter turn so that the letters stop face you as the flagger. In this position, the sign should be parallel to the shoulder of the road so that neither stop nor slow can be read by motorists approaching from either direction. The stop message then will not confuse the traffic moving in the opposite direction. The sixth and final situation deals with emergencies, such as an accident or a bridge out, where the proper equipment is not always readily available. However, in these situations, the public must be warned. Flaggers in emergency situations but only in emergency situations. May use a 24 by 24-inch red flag for flagging operations. To stop traffic, the flag should be extended into the roadway. The flagger should raise the other hand in a stop position. To indicate that traffic should proceed, the flag should be dropped to the flagger's side and traffic waved through. Do not use the flag to wave traffic through. This confuses the driver. To alert and slow traffic, the flag should be waved from the ground to shoulder height. As soon as the proper equipment is available, the flag should no longer be used. As a supervisor, be sure that your flaggers understand their duties. Refer to the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices for assistance. Decide which situations require flagging. If it's needed, don't allow work to begin until the flagger is on the job. Select the flagger carefully. Alertness, courtesy, neat appearance, intelligence, and a sense of responsibility are required. Be sure the flagger has the proper equipment and the flagger ahead signs are in place. Schedule hourly breaks for the flagger. Drive through the area and observe the flagger's operation. Close calls or skidding mean that the flagger station needs to be moved or that other problems exist. You may refer to FHWA's Flagging Handbook for additional information. The American Traffic Safety Services Association also has produced a pocket-sized flagging handbook, which you may want to obtain for your flaggers. Remember, no matter what flagging procedure is used, always stay alert, face oncoming traffic, stand alone in a good visible location, away from any work vehicle, and never stand in the path of approaching vehicles. Everyone, including motorists, fellow workers, and you, will depend on your ability to properly follow these flagging procedures.